GTA 6 is set in Vice City. That's the headline, the marketing, the thing everyone talks about. Neon lights, beach clubs, chaos in the streets. But the closer you look at Leonida's map, the more something else catches your eye. A region in the north away from everything. No city grid, no beach clubs, just mountains cutting through clouds, dense forests stretching as far as you can see, and canyon roads that seem to disappear into nowhere. That's Mount Kalaga National Park. And the more Rockstar reveals about it, the more it starts to look like it might be the most ambitious region in the entire game. Let's break down everything we know. Mount Kalaga sits on the northern edge of Leonida. Rockstar has officially confirmed 6 regions across the state: Vice City, the Leonida Keys, Grass Rivers, Port Gellhorn, Ambrosia, and Mount Kalaga. While the other 5 all have that distinctly Florida energy, Mount Kalaga is the odd one out. No beach, no humidity, no palm trees. The terrain is something you genuinely wouldn't expect from a GTA game. Huge mountain peaks punching through the clouds. Dense, packed forest covering most of the northern border. Canyon formations running through the middle. And river systems that, according to Rockstar's own materials, can rise by 6 feet during flash floods. In a franchise that built its reputation on urban environments, Mount Kalaga is a deliberate left turn. And based on everything we've seen so far, Rockstar knew exactly what they were doing with it. The real-world inspiration for the region is interesting. Florida obviously doesn't have mountains, it barely has hills, so Rockstar went looking elsewhere. The canyon formations in Mount Kalaga draw a direct visual comparison to Providence Canyon State Park in Georgia, sometimes called Georgia's Little Grand Canyon. The geological layering, the exposed rock walls, the way the terrain drops suddenly, it's a near-exact match. GTA Wiki confirmed this officially when the region was first detailed. Beyond that, the broader wilderness feel pulls from northern Florida and the Appalachian foothills, blending several real environments into one fictional space. Classic Rockstar approach. Los Santos wasn't just Los Angeles. Red Dead Redemption 2's map wasn't one region of America. Mount Kalaga follows the same logic, taking the best geographical ingredients from across the American South and pressing them into a single, playable region that doesn't quite exist in real life but feels completely believable. Now the question everyone actually wants answered: what is there to do up there? Start with what Rockstar confirmed directly. The region supports hunting, with wildlife spotted in trailers that includes deer, cougars and foxes moving through the forest. Kayaking is apparently a brand new franchise activity, and Mount Kalaga looks like where much of it takes place. Several trailer frames show characters in outdoor gear near river routes, and the kayaking screenshot analysts have studied closely contains something most people missed on first watch: a water level gauge on the riverbank. That one detail implies the water system is genuinely dynamic. River levels that change with rainfall, storms that visibly alter the landscape, and flood conditions that could close off certain routes entirely. If that pans out, Mount Kalaga's rivers aren't decoration. They're systems. Then there's the Thrillbilly Mud Club, which is possibly the most Rockstar thing in this entire game. It showed up in the first trailer with its name stamped directly on screen. The scene was wild. Massive crowd, open muddy course, every person caked from head to toe, monster trucks and swamp buggies churning through the dirt in front of a wooden viewing platform. Rockstar apparently based it on Redneck Mud Park in real-world Florida, a legitimate off-road recreation facility with the exact same chaotic energy. The mud physics engine they built for Red Dead Redemption 2 seems to be coming back here in a serious way. Vehicles changing handling depending on terrain, weather and how saturated the ground is. A storm rolls through, the course turns to soup, your ATV handles completely differently. That kind of simulation detail is rare in open-world games, and it signals that Mount Kalaga isn't just a scenic backdrop. It's a physics playground. If you want every GTA 6 breakdown we drop as release gets closer, subscribe. We go deep on all of it. Beyond the Mud Club, there are confirmed dirt bike races and ATV trails scattered through the forest and canyon areas. A Weasel news ticker in Trailer 1 referenced dirt bike dirt bags, which is as close to official confirmation as you can get before a game releases. Canyon highways run through the region, and those roads appear to be the main territory of Final Chapter MC, a biker gang whose headquarters are officially based in the neighbouring Ambrosia region to the south. Their look reportedly echoes the Bandidos Motorcycle Club, and their regional presence draws inspiration from the Warlocks Motorcycle Club. Their presence on those canyon roads gives Mount Kalaga a criminal layer that complements the wilderness setting. You're not just in the woods hunting, you're potentially dealing with an organized biker faction that knows the terrain far better than you do, and that has claimed the highways as their own. The NPC population is where things get strange in the best way. Rockstar's own description of Mount Kalaga's inhabitants specifically names two types: hillbilly mystics and paranoid radicals. That's the studio's official language. These are people living off-grid, deep in the backwoods, actively avoiding any form of government recognition. Based on real communities that exist in northern Florida and the Georgia mountains, heavily armed and entirely self-sufficient, people who have built their lives specifically to stay invisible. Rockstar modeled Mount Kalaga's culture around that reality. Beyond those two groups, analysis of the trailers suggests licensed hunters showing up with expensive gear and very limited actual survival skills, which is going to go well. Survivalists who actually know what they're doing, local outdoors workers, and members of Final Chapter MC patrolling the canyon routes. That's a genuinely interesting ecosystem of characters, some dangerous, some absurd, some both. The kind of population where a wrong turn at the wrong time of night could go several very different directions. Then there are the mystery elements, and this is where things start to feel very GTA 5. Leaks and trailer breakdowns have surfaced references to Bigfoot sightings in the forest, UFO encounters, fairy forest events, mummified bodies found in cabins, and something referred to only as a farm monster man incident. None of that is officially confirmed by Rockstar, but the studio has a long history of hiding paranormal content deep in their wilderness regions. GTA 5 had Mount Chiliad and the decade-long mystery surrounding it. Red Dead Redemption 2 had Emerald Ranch, the Meteor, and the many things hidden in its forests that players are still debating. Mount Kalaga feels like it's being built to continue that tradition. The closest comparison inside Rockstar's own catalogue is Roanoke Ridge from Red Dead 2, a rugged forest region with isolated cabins, dangerous strangers, steep terrain, and a constant sense that you didn't come here alone. Mount Kalaga carries that same energy, just transplanted into a modern open-world setting with dirt bikes instead of horses, and internet conspiracy theorists instead of frontier outlaws. There's also the weather and environmental system, which may be the most underrated aspect of the region. Official Rockstar artwork shows fire danger signs placed throughout Mount Kalaga. Trailer footage includes what looks like burning fields in the distance, an orange glow sitting low on the horizon. Combined with the flood gauge detail from the kayaking screenshot, the picture that emerges is a region with a fully dynamic ecosystem. Rain floods the rivers. Dry conditions raise fire risk. Storms change the roads entirely. The same canyon that's passable on a sunny afternoon might be completely impassable after 3 hours of rainfall, forcing you to reroute through forest trails or higher ground. If Rockstar executes that properly, Mount Kalaga won't just be a place you visit once for a story mission. It'll be a region that behaves differently every single time you go back. There's one more thing worth flagging that often gets missed in these breakdowns. Hidden cabins have been spotted in trailer footage tucked beneath bridges and along river bends. Not elaborate structures, just small, worn-down shelters that look like someone built them specifically to stay out of sight. In the context of Rockstar's paranoid radical NPCs and the general mythology they're constructing around the region, those aren't just set dressing. They're story hints. Someone is living up there and they did not want to be found. What you do with that information is presumably up to the player, but Rockstar rarely puts a detail like that in a trailer without a reason behind it. So where does all of this leave Mount Kalaga as a region? It's the counterweight the GTA 6 map needed. Vice City gives you the chaos, the glamour, the heat of a neon-lit coastal city with a million things competing for your attention at once. Mount Kalaga gives you something completely different. Verticality, wilderness, genuine unpredictability, and a culture that doesn't care about Vice City at all. The people up there aren't watching the city. They're actively trying to stay as far away from it as possible, and they've arranged their entire lives around that goal. That contrast is going to make both regions feel more real by comparison, each one giving the other more weight simply by being so different. Rockstar has built environments like this before, but never with this level of interlocking systems. Dynamic flooding, mud physics that change vehicle behavior in real time. Wildlife ecosystems with animals that react differently depending on location, weather, and time of day. A motorcycle faction with canyon territory. Mystery content layered deep enough to keep communities busy for years. The combination of all those elements in a single region is something new for this franchise. If the execution matches the detail already visible in trailers and pre-release materials, Mount Kalaga could end up as one of the most discussed regions in GTA history. Not because of what it shows you up front, but because of what's still buried inside it, waiting for someone to go looking in the right place at the right time, under the right weather conditions. That's the whole point. YouTube's already got another one lined up for you.